you consider very valuable, that you treasure, that you love more than anything else in the world? I'm sure you do. Let's just think about it. I have quite a few that we treasure more than anything else. And that's the question that we ask a few of our youth, from the little ones to the teens to the young adults. And the question was, what is your most treasured item and how do you care for it? So in a few minutes, you'll be hearing our interviews from our different persons or different members of the First Vision Youth Department who answer the question, what is your most treasured item and how do you care for it? So we're handing over to the media team to share the voice notes. And again, our topic is guard your mind. We do apologize for any delay, but we should be hearing our voice notes shortly. And we also have on location our very own Brother Perry Cummins and Brother Juman, who will be taking another segment of tonight's Youth in Action. So while we wait on our technical team to start playing our different interviews from our persons that we had asked, how do they protect their most treasured items? You are feel free to share your own special item. You can share what it is that you treasure and how do you protect it. Yes, we'll be looking at guarding your mind, but we're thinking of first our tangible things, everyday things that we look at, and then we'll come back to practical steps and ideas of how we can guard our mind. So you may please feel free to share in our WhatsApp group what your treasured items are and how do you protect them. Again, as I said, we're waiting to hear from our different ones that we had interviewed, sharing their most treasured items and how they care for it. So we welcome all who have joined our Friday Night Youth in Action, and I trust we're all able to hear clearly. I just ask as you join that you kindly mute your microphone.
So we're
Hello, sir.
technical difficulties happening, but we're speaking about guarding our minds. That's feedback from the media team. So while we and the topic tonight is guarding our mind. As Brother Tuman said, it's a case where the mind is very important, as that's what we use to come up with all our thoughts. It's what we really use to make decisions. It's where all our thoughts are born. And we also made the point that it's important for us to guard that mind, because whatever we conceive, that's what we'll do. So it's important for us to watch the things that we feed our mind with, Brother Juman. It's important for us to be cognizant of what we expose ourselves to. Before the same topic, but we can feed our mind through varying ways, through what we see, through what we hear, through what we touch and interact with. It is important for us to watch what we watch on television over the COVID
That's true.
period. We have a lot of movies to watch, we have a lot of songs to listen to, but are these things, are, are they really helping us mentally? Are they really, helping us to grow spiritually? So it's a case where we want to be sure that whatsoever it is that we are exposing ourselves to,
Mm.
it's really helping us, it's really feeding us. So I think that's where we'd want to start off. Just waiting until our directors here are giving us to go ahead that we are able to go into the discussion in more depth.
Brother Perry, how are you though? Let's
How am
how are
I?
you?
Well, I'm good. I think, to be honest, I'm
Yes.
trying my best to utilize this period best way possible. I mean, I'm going to my bed very late at I mean, of course, you need to maximize on the leisure time that you have, because I'm sure God wants you to have enjoyable time. But I try my best to balance it. So when I watch a movie or I play games with my friends, especially on a Friday night like this, later on in the night, I try my best to pray and then things like that. So I'm trying my best to utilize the well, this week, especially
We're trying to balance doing the work of God, of course, but also add school work pressuring down on me. I had my comes to this speech that I had this month. That's
AUX mode.
yeah, man. I had to
Okay.
record the speech, bro. It was a task.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't have to do that, to be honest, because well, school for me starts on the 14th of April.
Yeah.
So the universities are closed, but starting on the 14th of April, we should be
Mm.
having online classes.
Oh yeah.
So I have a little more time. Sorry, my brother CXE came, but I'm trying my best to prepare myself mentally again.
My God.
The mind coming up again. Preparing myself mentally for the courses online. It's a different. So it's a different vibe where it's an online
Yeah.
forum, and for universities it's kind of challenging to have a lot of persons
Agreed.
being taught online. But again, we just want to reintroduce to our VAM family and those who are tuned in, the Friends of Vision, as we normally put them. We have Sister Talia Hall, Assistant Youth President, here with us to facilitate a discussion on guarding our mind. Sister Talia, are you hearing?
Yes, I am still here.
Praise
Wonderful,
God.
wonderful, wonderful. So you can go ahead, Sister Talia. We're all on the same page. Yeah, we're technically here, so we can start the discussion. The voice notes are still being prepared, but for the time being, we can start the discussion.
Okay, thank you for that update. So we have our voice notes, so please stay tuned for that. It would be very interesting and very refreshing hearing from our little ones, our teens, and our young adults. So as our Brother Perry said, we're looking at guiding our minds. That is our topic today, and that is a very important topic. So let me just throw it out to you two. What is your most important thing? It don't have to be a thing, it can be a person as well. When you think of the thing that you cannot live without, what comes to mind? And yes, it is a church setting, but it doesn't have to be religious. Just the first thing that comes to mind. What is your most treasured item? Go.
Praise God. I shared this earlier. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's on the line of being a game. Brother Perry, you want to share?
I'm sure Brother Juman is referring. It's not PUBG.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
not
no.
PUBG. PUBG,
Praise
for
God.
all those who don't know what's PUBG, PUBG is a online multiplayer game where persons can team up and they go on missions and all of that. But that's not my favorite thing. My favorite thing right now, apart from my relationship with God, I really value that.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Music really means a lot to me. And if I should be honest, all I see Brother Tajay laughing.
Amen.
Music on a whole is very dear to me. I
Of
try
course.
my best to keep my ear listening gospel. What if I should be really honest? I mean, we're here talking as real
Yeah,
people.
let's just
Not,
yes.
not, not every song that is gospel, I listen to them. I try my best to. But I've heard songs that are not gospel and they sound good. They have positive messages. But yeah, my favorite thing in this world right now, apart from my relationship with God, is music, of course, my family and things like that.
Okay. Go ahead, Juman. What's your favorite thing?
Okay, so I shared before that my favorite thing was it's in this question was I remember getting a PS. My first game was a PlayStation, right? And I was so overprotective about that PlayStation, so like I didn't even want anybody to come and play it, which really took away from the entire purpose of the game. Amen. But right now, I'd say that my favorite thing, I don't want to repeat what Brother Perry said, which was music. So I'll jump to something else and say my favorite thing right now is really communicating with friends.
Or is your phone?
No, 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 no. It's far from that.
I mean, a phone right now is a lot of young people person's favorite thing. I mean, I can include that in it as well.
Understand?
My phone is one of my favorite things.
But
I mean, I use my phone to do everything.
And
Study.
I'm kind of wondering how we're kind of dodging that thing. This right before you. We have our phones everywhere we go, so it's right.
Exactly. Our phones are right here on the table.
yes,
It
exactly.
has some of the notes that I plan to read from. So our phones are very valuable. And for me, my phone is one of my favorite things.
I'd agree, but
There we go.
I believe that God has taken my phone so many times away from me, through it being lost or stolen, so that I've learned to cope without a phone in my presence. So pick up to God, amen.
Right, so and that's what we're going around. Let's just use practical examples. We identify your favorite thing. It is valuable to us. We love it. Then the next step is to protect it. So as Brother Juman says that he wouldn't want anybody to play with it, which really defeated the purpose. Because it was a game to be played with. So now with our phones, how do we protect it? Well, Juman, they don't have that attachment, praise the Lord. But others were on